great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease. Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration attorney practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in San Diego, St. Louis, and Washington, D.C. This is episode 567 of the show. I'm very glad everybody's here. Good to see all of you. Huli is here watching the comments, running the board. Good to see everybody. Love to see all the comments. Love to see everybody checking in. Kasim, we'll get to your question in a minute. Please stop spamming. Rich has given us the big up, so that means we can start. Big up, everybody. How are you yardies doing? All right, all right. Thank God it's Friday. Laura's right. We got the right day. Joseph says hello. Hina says hello. AJ's waving. Glenn is here. APF is here. Rosalind is wishing blessed Easter. So happy Easter, everybody. Happy Passover. Happy 19th day of Ramadan. We've got Denny. Hope is here, as she always is, coming in from Florida. Got Carmen. Got James is saying big ups from Florida. And TNT nails it. I was waiting to see who saw it first. TNT noticed first that I shaved off my beard. I did not last all of Ramadan with that crazy beard. It was driving me crazy. And little hint, usually when I'm sporting the beard, it usually means I'm in a bad mood. So I'm trying to turn things around. So TNT gets the award for noticing first. Not everybody was paying attention. Kofi's here. Hey, Kofi, how you doing, buddy? Sai wants to know how my fast is going. Fast is going well. Tomorrow starts the last 10 days of Ramadan. So we're doing pretty well. I'm enjoying the fast, and I hope everybody has a nice Passover, Good Friday, continuing up Ramadan. The night of power is coming. Just got back from Jummah prayer, Friday prayer with Amani. We had a nice time. Stop by our friend. If you're in St. Louis and you haven't tried out Yappy Mediterranean sandwiches, we dropped off. They give out meals to the poor people during Ramadan. So we stopped by to say hello and to make a little contribution. Oh, Bruce is here. What's up, Bruce? Bruce, will we see you in San Diego? I'm sure we'll be there. Amani, Adele, and I are coming to San Diego. So hopefully we can get breakfast or something while we're there. It'd be good to see. I'm going to spend a good long while in San Diego. I'm excited. Not just the conference. I'm going to be there for a while. So I am excited about that. Hopefully we get to see our friend Bruce. If you guys are business owners and you are wanting to implement good systems and strategies and processes in your firm, look no further than our friend Bruce Sheridan. He helped us implement EOS for years and really helped us grow the firm. So while Amani gets a lot of the credit, Adela gets a lot of the credit, Bruce gets a lot of the credit too. So if you want to get a hold of Bruce, just send me an email and I'll introduce you. The Facebook user is saying, hello, Jim. All right, looks like the room's filling up. I'm going to go ahead and start taking calls. Let's say hi to Dave. Hello, Dave. You're on mute, Dave.
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How you doing?
I'm okay. What about you?
I can't complain.
Oh, I have 2 questions for you. I have an 18-year-old daughter. She did her biometrics today, and for N400. And how much would you guys charge to take over that case?
So, how did she get her green card?
Through her mom.
What are you worried about?
I'm not worried. I'm just saying. I think it's best that if she goes with a lawyer. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so like to go to the interview? I mean, we'd have to talk about where is it?
In Connecticut.
Connecticut, okay. Yeah, so usually for us to cover an interview, it's $2,000 plus travel.
Okay. And I know you don't do I-864 question, but this is relatively around the same thing.
Fair enough.
In 2020, my co-sponsor did 15,000. 2021, he did 30,000. 2022, he did 58,000. And 2023, he hasn't done the taxes when I filed, but he gave me his W-2 and his 4 pay stubs and everything. He did 69,000. Is that going to be a problem, you think?
Is he married?
No, single.
Yeah, that should be fine. That sounds like a good co-sponsor. Obviously you'll leave off that first year, whatever that was, 2019, that bad year of 15,000. Just leave that off. Just wait to use him until until his taxes are filed.
I actually didn't include it, but I also sent 2023 W-2 with the 69,000 and the 4 pay stubs and stuff.
You might get an RFE.
Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Bye, Dave. See you, buddy. All right. That was our first call of the day. How's everybody doing? Big plans for the summer? Big plans for the weekend? Big plans for the weekend? Huli, you got big plans for the weekend? Let's see what Huli has to say. What's up, Huli?
Hi, everyone. What do I have there? Oh, some monkeys. No, maybe going again to Korean food. I'm addicted to Korean culture and food and everything. I love
You like kimchi?
I love kimchi, but I want to taste tteokbokki.
The only Korean food that we like that Korean fried chicken. I don't know if you've had that. That's really good.
It's so good. I'm a foodie girl, so I love that. And well, yesterday I tasted a salad. It was a Greek salad that has tomatoes. It was very fresh, and right now here is hot still, but it was so good. So I'm craving for it again today.
Nice. All right. Thanks, Huli.
Thank you. Bye.
Looks like Andy and Marla are going to the United Kingdom for 14 days. That's pretty fun. Jay Cruz just planning to survive. And Hina's going to go see the Burj Khalifa with her 4-year-old. That's exciting. Wouldn't that be fun just to be able to bounce on over to Dubai for a week? Patricia Ann, what do you say, Patricia Ann? Are you frozen? I think she's frozen. Could you? I don't know. She's frozen solid. We will go to True Wisdom. What do you say, True Wisdom? You're on mute.
Hey, Jim. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Can I take the camera off?
You got it.
Thank you so much, Jim. Okay, here's our situation, Jim. So we lived in the States from 1998 this was back in December 98. We lived in the States, did everything the right way, had a F1, did all that. We were switching from F1 to an R1, and we had an attorney at that time. Well, the attorney stole the money and never submitted the paperwork to the R1. And at that time, we didn't know what to do. We were scared, thinking he would report us or whatever, so we let it go. Long story short, we fell out of status. Okay. We finally left. We had 2 daughters born in the States. We left the States in 2020. We have businesses still in the States, and we were business owners the whole time. So we never was on any need for help or anything. So we left. Now we're in Mexico. My U.S. citizen daughter filed an I-130. We did that, got that approved. February, our priority date was December 22. Got that approved February 24 this year. And then we're at the NVC Center. We had the NVC Center. We submitted our affidavit, which we set up our daughter in business. So we made over 200,000 in our business. So the support is like we have more than enough with the support. So now we're at the DS-260 stage where it asks all the questions of have you lived in the States? Have you overstayed? All that stuff. When we put that stuff on there, it's gonna trigger a bar.
You triggered the bar when you left the country.
Right,
You already have it.
Yeah. So now our question is, does it make sense finishing this process? Is there any waiver for us? Because if it doesn't make sense finishing the process, we're gonna stop right here. Is the only reason
Why did you go so far already?
Because my daughter is now turning 18, who's also a U.S. citizen, wants to go to college, and we really want to be there in the States with her going to school. So that was the only reason why we were going to even consider going back, was to be near our younger daughter, to go back for her to go to college. But when we left, we were not planning to go back to the States, and that was the only reason we even started the process. So we were saying, okay, if it works, it works. If it don't kind of thing. So that's why our question was, we already lost the money. We put in all the money, did all that. That's fine. but is there a waiver that would have helped forgive the bar, the overstay?
So did you only have one entry or what?
Yeah, we came in 98, never left. First time leaving was Mexico 2020.
And that's the first time entry?
First time entry. Well, no, when we came in 98, left. That was just tourists, so we wasn't living there yet. So 98 left, then went back home, then came back on an F1. My husband was the F1, went to school. I was the F2. That F1 and F2 expired 2003, and in 2002, that's when we were switching to an R1 because we actually were youth ministers in a church, and the pastor and the attorney cahooted together, and that's when the money got stolen and all that happened. So we were still in status up to 2003 when the F1 expired. We didn't know. We're sitting here. Oh, every time we ask him, hey, what's going on with that case? Oh no, this process takes time, blah blah blah. So we sat waiting a whole year, waiting for this R1 to come through to find out he never did anything and the money was gone.
Okay.
That's how we got out of status.
So what hardship are you thinking that there would be for your child if you're not allowed to come back to the United States?
I have no idea what a hardship even is because I don't, we kind of make the money. So I don't know what a hardship, what would be a good excuse for a hardship. It's just the fact that my 18-year-old is there and my 23-year-old
Well,
is there.
the 18-year-old's a U.S. citizen. They can come to college without you. They don't need you for college.
No, I know that. I'm talking about being there with everything going on in the States. It's just a matter of us being there with our kids. Oh, I don't want to be stuck in one country and my children in another. That's kind of what we were more concerned about.
That's not going to cut it for terms of waiver. You would have to show some kind of a health reason or biological reason or financial reason. I mean, frankly, it's great that you're making all this money with the business, but that actually hurts everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a strong waiver case. I'm happy to look everything over if you want to email it to me.
Yeah, we want to hire you if you could do anything at all.
Yeah,
but like I say, the money is the problem. We make too much money.
I wouldn't want to tell you to shut it down, but right now it's not telling me so great. It's not feeling so great. I'm not saying for sure. So why don't you email me your stuff and then we can go from there.
Okay, so I'll just put like my name, Overstay, and to pique your memory of
say
call.
True Wisdom Friday, that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So Jim, if she made less money, it would have been okay. Like if she was broke and struggling.
No, it's still not good. You have to show that you being separated, like her thriving in the United States, that's a good thing, but it hasn't helped your waiver case.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Jim. You have a great day.
All right. Thanks, True Wisdom. We got the quote of the year right now. Jim looks younger without the beard, but sexier with it. How about that? I'll tell Amani. She'll have some thoughts on that. Patricia Ann is back. Hello, Patricia Ann. How you doing?
Hi, Jim. I just wanted to jump on here, and I don't know if you remember, but early last year, I told you that my son had passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's here. NBC and the embassy that he had passed away. No response. Sent them USP or UPS packets. No response. Well, the good news is that all of a sudden last week, I got 5 letters from USCIS. Just to run them down quick, it just said that Joseph Paul had applied for them for their I-130s and they had been approved, and that they were notified May 9th, 2023. This is almost a year after he died. They're saying they were just notified then of his death, but that the mother had gotten an approved I-360, and therefore every one of the kids is approved, and it says they are eligible to derive an immigration benefit from their parents' Form I-360 petition as an IW2 child, and her as an IW1 widow. And it says, therefore, USCIS will take no further action against.
That's great.
So I just wanted to let you know, because we were, it was like, what the hell is happening here?
How long ago? I'm sorry to ask, but how long ago did your son pass away?
June 14th of 22. And it's hard because it seems like yesterday, so I have to
Right,
stop
sure.
and think
Yeah.
about the year. But and we started notifying them just about 2 weeks later.
So almost 2 years total. That sounds about right. That's what I tell people. People tell me all the time. They're like, they can't understand why the humanitarian parole or the 360 substitution. They're just like, why is it taking so long? But that sounds about right. That's good.
It's scary because that you only have 2 years from the time of death to do it.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know, Patricia. Hang in there. Good luck with them.
Yeah, I'll have my grandkids here hopefully soon.
I hope so too. Take
Okay,
care.
thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. All in is yawning off camera. Hopefully he's not too tired. Hello, sir. You got your mic off. You're on mute.
I didn't think you were going to use that one for me, but you did.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well too. Thanks.
Sorry for pissing you off yesterday.
Oh, that's all right. No problem. I don't hold it against you.
Yeah.
You're just proud of your state.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would say he's not even from here. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. I don't even want to talk about that again. I don't want to get that all
Okay.
blown up again.
Hey, you remember I called you last year, right? I went live and then I told you that I would be back on your show, but I thought I was gonna be back earlier. But
Okay. I don't remember that. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No, I know. You got a lot of people coming on.
Yeah.
So when I had my interview in Houston, right? I had my interview, and then after the interview, my wife and I, the officer, she seems like she was an experienced officer and stuff, and and she gave us a verbal approval, and then we were happy that day and stuff, and 3 months, I think we were nearing 3 months, the third month after our interview, and nothing. We got nothing. And for some reason, when we were very, very close to the third month after the interview, we got annoyed.
Wow.
Yeah, we got annoyed. And the NOID was 46.42% strategic. They were kind of strategic.
What was it? What did you say?
46.42% strategic.
What does that mean?
What that means is there are some points, they were right in some bullet points, and some other stuff you can tell it's BS.
Well, a lot of it's cut and paste.
Yeah, and my wife was like, "Well, we need to get a lawyer because originally we didn't file with a lawyer."
Yeah.
And she goes, "We gotta get a lawyer." I said, "No, I don't think I need to get a lawyer because I filed a case and we did the bad thing in the case." I said, I'm gonna have to fix it.
What was the NOID about? What do they want to know?
So the NOID was about a marriage certificate. So we got married at the courthouse. So I'm telling you this because I think this might help somebody out there in the same shoes as me.
Sure.
So they were like, okay, your marriage certificate is not certified and stuff. You said you were married in Houston, but you don't say, it doesn't state the county where you were married and stuff like that. But this marriage certificate, we got it after the ceremony, but we thought it was a legal document. It was not a legal document. So
it's like the ceremonial one that they give you after the ceremony?
Yeah, the keep safe stuff.
Yeah, we've had that happen. Yeah.
We thought that was a real one, but it was not. But we could have gotten just an RFE for it.
Yeah.
They didn't send an RFE. And they said, oh, you were married on March 5th. So they were trying to allege that we didn't get married on March 5th of 2022, which, we did get married on March 5th, 2022. And then they said that, oh, you said you started living after you got married and stuff like that. And they stated a date, like that same day of the marriage. And they said, well, you didn't start living after a year later. But what they didn't know is that I am in my YouTube studio. I got a very small YouTube channel I'm trying to grow. And they thought I'm still using it as my studio. And they said that I was still living here. And then a year later, I moved in with my wife. And then they wanted to see
how do you think they knew that, or where would that even come from?
Jim.
The phone?
Yeah. I mean, they verify information. They verify everything.
Well, what is that address? The address of the studio, is it like the back of somebody's house? Is it an office building? What is it?
It's like a house, but the owner is like, she's an older lady. She is okay with me keeping it as a YouTube studio.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they investigated, if they came somewhere, but they didn't
Yeah, I
come
think they
here.
did.
They didn't even go to my wife's house. I'm guessing they
Does
have
your,
the power.
does your wife own the house or does she rent the
Yeah,
house?
she owns the house. So we moved in together. I moved in Magnolia.
But just her name's just her name's on it.
Just her name, yeah, only her name. So a year later, I changed my name to the deed and stuff like that, and then we entered the whole NOID, all the bullet points. We said no, I keep this place as a YouTube studio. We're still paying for it, and I send them the lease. They ask for the lease. They ask for the deed on the house of my wife's house and stuff like that, and then they ask for insurance. They ask for a lot of stuff. But I think the most concerning thing in this whole scenario was more the marriage certificate. So we sent all these things, and then it took them more than 9 months to decide it. So they sent the NOID, I think May 17th. We took 30 days to enter. I think we entered in June. So I had to enter in two parts because we could find the deed. So we found the deed. And this year in January, I put my name on the deed. So both our names on the deed right now. And my wife got into an accident, unfortunately. So we had to buy a new vehicle. So both our names is on the vehicle. So I uploaded all these things online after the NOID. And then on February 29th, we had an approval on the I-130.
Nice. Good.
Yeah. But
And the 45
that lady tricked us at the interview.
Well, I was thinking that a good video is I felt good after my interview, but then I didn't get my approval. Like that's a real thing.
Yes, because it looks like that's a tactic. They do that a lot. And she said, "Oh, you get an approval, and then all of a sudden, what we got is a NOID."
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? We got a NOID, and I was very, I was scared.
Did they
I thought
separate
we were
you
gonna-
at the interview?
What's that?
Did they separate you?
Oh no, they did not.
Yeah.
They did not separate us.
Hmm.
But the way it was a very difficult interview because they asked. I'll tell you the questions they asked. She asked, "Who wakes up first in the morning? Who goes to work first? And what time do you go to work? At what time do you come home?" And it seems like she didn't have to separate us the way she asked the question, and she only asked my wife the question, not me.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
as an immigrant I would get all the questions. She asked my
Yeah.
wife. She goes, "Okay, you were married on March 5th, you said, right? Tell me about this day. How was it?" So that's an open-ended question. She didn't know where to ask, where to start, where to finish.
So you're giving me lots of good things to talk about on my
Oh, yeah.
video. So I'm gonna do the ceremonial marriage certificate.
Yes.
That's a good one. And I'm gonna call it killing with kindness when they're really nice to you at the interview and then they stick the knife in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the good thing is it all worked out. It just bought you an extra year of waiting.
Oh yeah, thank God. And it's 2 years and I'm gonna get the 10-year, but right now they're waiting. They're taking their sweet time. It's almost it's a month today after the approval of the I-130 and
The 45 is still pending.
I-45 still pending.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, they did a good job linking the two because we did the I-130 online and then we automatically got a receipt notice. They emailed it. And then a month later, I applied, I filed the I-485 and then sent all the evidence and stuff like that. So they linked them. She had the two applications when we went to the interview. She was looking at the I-130 on her computer and the paper I-485. So
awesome. Thanks for letting us know. Call us back when you get the green card, okay?
Okay. And also, Jim, I'm going to leave you a review. And I met you back in 2018 when I was living in Illinois. I went to Southern Illinois University.
Oh, nice.
And I met you in 2018 when you were still meeting face-to-face with people. Thank you for giving me this time. And sorry for yesterday.
It's all right, buddy. No
All
hard
right.
feelings.
Have a good one.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, Pineapple Lemon was wondering how All In got back in so quick. I learned that lesson with the that ban button. That ban button's dangerous, so I just did a little timeout because I wanted that conversation to slow down. Donna's holding forth. I love it. Here it is, my favorite quote of the day. Big up all you already on the platform today is our good day, Good Friday. Bun and cheese, rah. I guess a bun and cheese in Jamaica for Good Friday is the meal. So I don't know. Somebody send me a picture of the bun and cheese. I want to see a picture of the bun and cheese. I don't know. Somebody email it to me and we'll put it up on screen. Donna, send us a picture. Somebody send us a picture of the bun and cheese. I want to see what this is all about. All right. Molino is here and I think he stopped driving.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. I had a quick question. In fact, I just fell in last minute. I just saw your video on YouTube. But anyway, I'll get right to the point. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I've been in the country almost 30 years. I'm a citizen. I'm in the military, and my brother passed away some years ago, and he had 2 kids, and I was trying to bring them up here over the years. And since I was being deployed so much, I didn't have time to really dig in to get it. But now I got back from deployments, and the war is over, and I'm trying to see how best I can bring my nieces up here. One's 19, the other is 25, I believe. And I want to know, how do I go about doing that? If
That's brutal. Have
okay.
you legally adopted them?
No.
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to work, especially for the 25-year-old. She's an adult. That stuff is all, that ship is, I mean, I'm sorry about your brother and I thank you for your service, but that ship is all sailed. There is a lady, if you want to email me, there's a lady that handles adoptions plus immigration. She's down in Georgia. I send all these cases to her. If you want to email me, I'll be happy to connect you to her.
If you wouldn't mind, let me get your email, please, sir.
Yeah, it's info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Hackinginfo.com?
No, info, like INFO, info at hacking, that's me, hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay, immigration. Okay. Thank you. I will, sir.
See you, buddy.
I appreciate you. Have a good day.
You too. I've been talking to a lot of people from Trinidad and Tobago lately. That's always fun. And Jamaica, of course. We know about that. Hurry is here. Hello, Harry.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I had contacted with you in January to submit my files. I submitted my documents in January 26. So it has been 62 days and I didn't get my work authorization and approval. I know it's in the time frame right now, but I have very I didn't apply for advanced parole. I haven't been in my country for 7 years. One of my lawyer friend told me that you don't need to apply for advanced parole because your case is very straightforward and advanced parole usually comes later than green card approval.
Right.
I know the price is increasing in next week, and I'm wondering if this process should I apply for advanced parole separately, and do I have to pay for it?
When I was looking, I didn't look at that question 100%. I wasn't entirely checking, but when I saw it the other day, I'm pretty sure it said for those that filed before April 1st, it's still free. For those that filed after April 1st, you have to pay. So I don't know for sure, but I think if you look at that chart of the new fees, I think it separates out people who filed a 485 before April 1st and people who filed after. So I think it would be free.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'll look for it. And one of my friends got approval in 40 days, and her husband was naturalized. My husband was born here and very clear history. He has very clear history too. And I don't know what's the problem. I'm seeing that people are getting approval in 40 days, 50 days, and
every case is different.
Yeah.
We submitted a tough case where the woman's been out of status for 12 years. The U.S. citizen has a bit of a criminal history, and we got it approved with no interview. You just never know.
Yeah, and my interview was waived too. I got this information from Emma. They waived my interview. Then why are you waiting to approve?
Yeah, but remember the system was built for the last 15 years for there to be an interview. So I feel like their systems aren't even right yet to waive interviews every time. Sometimes it hits a glitch.
I see. Okay, my last question is I see some cases was approved in the general office, but I was informed that someone told me that my case has to be transferred to the local office before I get the approval. Is that the case, or is?
I don't know.
You never know.
Never know.
Okay.
Sometimes somebody lives in Boston and their case gets transferred to Nebraska to Chicago, and they just send work around where it's not as busy. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think expedite request is valid for me? Because my work authorization is about to expire.
You know,
Do
my
they take it
thoughts on
seriously?
expediting. My thoughts on expediting are: number one, don't get your hopes up. Number two, they don't really expedite it even when they say they will. But there's no harm in doing and asking.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very
I hear
much.
you. See ya. Yep. See ya. All right. All right. Everyone's talking about the election. That's what we talk about all the time. Listen, the waiting room is about half full. I'm going to get back to talking to people in the waiting room. So if you have a question and you want to ask me, come on in. Now would be a good time. Tomorrow's show, we don't know what time we're going to do a show tomorrow because NOR has an all-day softball tournament. So I'll probably just squeeze it in. It might be later in the day. If they have a gap between their games, I might do it. I think 9:30 is too early. So whatever, she has an 11 o'clock game, and then we'll see after that. NA is here. Hello, NA.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. Can I turn off my camera? Is that fine?
You are off camera.
So we've been I'm calling on behalf of my brother, and we've been to several immigration attorneys for the past few weeks regarding a green card case, and a lot of them are giving us the same statement. So my brother got married back in 2021 in India, and he sponsored his wife, he was the petitioner to bring his wife to America through the I-130. And she received her 10-year green card automatically because the marriage is 2+ years ago, back in the end of January. And then this early March, she just fled our house. Like, she left and she didn't tell us anything. So she just, got married to my brother for the green card. So we're really trying to see what next steps we can take.
Well, so she actually moved to the United States. She actually got the 10-year green card, and then they lived together for about a year. Then she ran away.
No, so she came to America. Like, her interview was in late November, and she came to us last year in December. So she only lived with us for 2-3 months, and within those 2-3 months, she was traveling. Like, she went back to India one more time, so she didn't really actually live with us for more than 2 months.
So what do you think is the big problem? What was the problem with the marriage?
So, it's like we didn't suspect anything. Everything was normal. We thought she was gonna be they were all perfectly fine together, and then we just found out that she was, calling other people, and we started questioning her, and then we didn't question her too much at first, and then the next day she just left.
So I can tell you generally that, as a law firm that sort of is dedicated to fighting for immigrants, we don't help people mess with other people's immigration status, no matter if they're a scumbag, right? If they're the worst person ever. We just made a firm policy. That's not our role. That's not our job. Okay, so I want to say that first.
Okay.
The other thing I would say is that your brother is on the hook for the affidavit of support. Did this person go back to India, or that you think they're still in America?
They're still, and they're in California. That's what we know of right now.
Yeah. So the only thing I would say is, in fairness to your brother, is that he has rights too. So if he wants to notify USCIS of what happened, and as long as everything's factual, he has the right to do that, especially if we think that somewhere down the road he might want to sponsor someone else. He might want to be done with immigration marriages, right? So I don't know, but keeping his record clean as far as notifying USCIS of what happened, that's the only thing I would offer.
So how would we notify them? Via should we send them a mail, or should we?
Yeah, that's the stuff I can't tell you about. You'd have to talk to somebody else. I just can't help with that.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry that happened to your brother. We have been seeing more and more of these cases. We see them from all different points of view. We hear from the sister, we hear from the mother, we hear from the husband. We had that guy on the show the other day. I think he called himself Doing It All Again or something. Remember that? We've been getting some calls about people like the spouse shows up, grabs the green card and goes. And then we hear the other side too, where the husband or the wife holds the green card over the immigrant. And I don't know, the weaponization of immigration, I just don't like it. And I don't like people taking advantage of other people in any way, right? In any way. But Amani and Adele and I and Andrew, we made a decision a long time ago to just not not get involved in that other than to give the little bit of information we give about that here. So, all right. Raphael's right. Those are the cases that make everybody's life harder. I think that's right, Raphael. You're right about that. All right. Adam is here. Adam in our favorite living room. How you doing, Adam?
Hey, Jim. How are you doing? I'm good.
How are you?
I'm doing great. It's slow today, so I jumped into the call to ask you a question. I was doing some searches yesterday, and I'll complete 10 years in November 1st this year.
10 years of what?
10 years of stay in the United States. I came on B2 visa.
Okay.
Then applied for asylum within 6 months.
Yeah.
That asylum got denied, went to court, and in court in 2021, it got dismissed. So I reapplied again for asylum, last year. So the question is, I was searching yesterday about there's something called cancellation of removal if you have been in the United States for 10 years. I know I will be going back to court because I was denied from USCIS. So this is a fact. This is almost clear to me. So if I go back to court and I have my parents are citizens, can I do this? Is it still there, the cancellation of removal?
So this is an interesting legal question to which I don't know the answer. So generally, if you're in the United States, first of all, do you have a qualifying relative for cancellation?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing about cancellation is that once you are served with an NTA, that stops your 10-year clock.
You mean the rejection letter to the court? That's the NTA?
When your first asylum case got rejected and you got referred to the immigration court, they would have given you a notice to appear, and that notice to appear stops the clock on the 10 years.
Okay, is that like affirmative that I cannot this? Forget about this option, you mean?
I'm not saying that, and that's why I'm saying it's an interesting legal question, because your proceedings were dismissed. Right? Now, one question I have you been referred to the court yet for the second time?
No.
Are you past the 10 years of your entry?
And 1st of this November, I will pass 10 years. Coming November.
Yeah, so if you had asked me after they terminated proceedings, how soon after they terminated proceedings the last time did you apply for asylum again?
Within 3 months or so.
Yeah, I would have waited a little bit longer just to try to get to that 10. I mean, first of all, I don't know. It might all be dead because I don't know the legal effect of an NTA. The legal question in your case is, does an NTA stop the clock when that case is ultimately dismissed?
How can I know that? Is that like somewhere? This is so difficult.
That's so great that you just said that. How can I know that? Well, that's what my job is, right? My job is to figure out how can I know that. So that's something that I should know or should be able to know. So Adam, if you email me maybe a timeline and your NTA and your recent asylum, you know that what do you know right now on the second asylum case?
It's just pending. I did the biometrics like 2-3 months ago or something.
Oh, so we just need to get you to November.
Yes.
If the other one is void.
Right.
If you send me an email on if you send me an email with your timeline, send me your notice to appear the first time, send me your asylum receipt for this case.
Okay.
One of the great things about owning your own law firm is you don't have to do all your own research. So I can ask the other attorneys in the office to help me figure it out. It's a tricky question. And the reason it's tricky is because this dismissal of asylum cases in the immigration court, that's a weird thing when it comes to, usually that doesn't happen. So there might not be a lot of case law on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But obviously, if old Trump gets elected or if you do end up in deportation, that's a great defense for you. So it's certainly worth making that argument if you end up in removal,
Yeah, and I have the hardship. I have my parents, one of them got cancer, and I can provide many documents in that.
And they have a green card or citizenship?
Citizenships.
Yeah, good. Yeah, send it over, Adam. I'd be happy to take a look.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I love that question. How can I know that? That's great. I'm going to write that down. How can I know that? All right. Thanks, buddy. All right. How's everybody doing? The waiting room is pretty empty. I don't know what's going on. How can I know that? How can I know that? I really need a better note system because I just have ideas all over the place. Yeah. So for cancellation, if you want to apply for cancel, there's a certain number of cancellation visas available every year. I think it's 5,000. So when you go to court and you make a cancellation case, it's really weird. The judge says, I'll take it under advisement. And you find out like 2 or 3 years later when the new allotment become available to get the actual cancellation. It's really interesting. It's really, really interesting. All right. Let's talk to the Hacking Hammer. Hello. Are you there? You're on mute. Hello, hello. Hacking Hammer. They must have got sick. Maybe they're hitting themselves on the head with a hammer. It is Good Friday, Rocio. You're right about that. Everyone's got other things to do. When I was Catholic and I grew up, we had to do the Stations of the Cross on Good Friday. That was not much fun. And of course, no meat. So that's, oh, wait, let's see if we got the cheese buns. Let's see. All right. Well, I don't know if this is official, but Hina found a good bun and cheese picture. Let's see. Our good friend Hina taking care of us. Let me download that. Let me upload that. And then all the yardies can tell me if it's legit or not. We can go that way. How about that? Because, we got to get our food right. Downloads. All right, here we go. All right, I need to hear from all the yardies if this is legit. Thank you for finding it, Rocio. Here comes the picture. Let's see. All right, share screen. How about that? That looks pretty darn good, especially to a fasting brother. That looks pretty good. I could go for some buns and cheese. What do you guys think? Let's hear it, guys. What do you think? How's it look? Does that look like buns and cheese? Looks pretty good. Thanks for finding that, Hina. That was very nice of you. I didn't get the email from Donna. Maybe she's still watching. I thought she was leaving, but it does look good, doesn't it? Oh, that's it. Nikki says, yeah, that's it. Everyone's saying that's it. Good job, Hina. You found it. That's our bun and cheese. Man, that looks good. Is that like cheddar or is it Velveeta? It looks like Velveeta a little bit. That's not even real cheese. Oh, Donna says yes. All right, you got the seal of approval. Hina, you got the seal of approval from Donna. Big ups. It does look like bread with Velveeta stuffed in between. I don't know. Is that Velveeta or is it some other kind of cheese? I mean, if it's Velveeta and to me it looks like what's that thing? What's that thing that everybody has at Christmas time with the fruit bread? What is that stuff called? Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. Yeah. We'll have to try it. We'll have to try it with all the yardies maybe next year. Oh, everyone's saying yes. All right. Hina, you hit a home run. Nice work. That just made my day. Yeah, now I'm hungry. Yeah, so now the next question is cheddar. Okay, good. Not Velveeta. Okay, now the next question is, where do white people find buns and cheese? That's the next question. How do white people find buns and cheese? That's what I'm non-Jamaicans. Where would I go to find buns and cheese? All right. Rich says it comes from the cows. Very good. All right. Obi. Hello, Obi.
Hey, Jim, can you take me off camera?
Yeah, for sure. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Jim?
I'm great, man. Thanks.
I spoke to you, I think it was a couple of months ago, and I submitted an N400 application. The date was November 7th. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. November 7th, 2023. And I've heard people call on your show, and they keep saying, I got my interview, I got my citizenship approved, but I'm still waiting. I don't know if I should be worried.
Okay, so we can do some questions. So how did you get your green card?
I got my green card through marriage.
Are you applying on the 3-year rule or the 5-year rule?
The 5-year rule.
Were you in status at the time that you got married or out of status at the time you got married?
I came on a K1 visa.
K1, and everything's cool with the marriage, or did the marriage end?
No, the marriage ended. Divorce was finalized January 2023.
And when did you file for citizenship?
November 2023.
What country are you from?
Nigeria.
If USCIS knocked on your spouse's door, like right now, and said, "Hey, tell us about Obi. Is he a good guy? Was this a real marriage?" What would your spouse say?
Yeah, we do share a child together, and I see my son every 2-3 days.
So they would say it was a real marriage. Did you and your spouse have a kid?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so that seems sort of crazy. So, so your citizenship case has been on file. You filed on paper or electronically?
Paper.
And so it's been on file for like 5 months, 4.5 months, 4 months.
Yeah, November 2023.
And what city do you live in?
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, Buffalo's not busy. I would say,
yeah, that's why I know it's not busy. That's why I'm a little worried.
yeah, I wouldn't worry. I mean, to me, I'm glad you applied under the 5-year rule, because that should take the marriage off the table. I just keep coming back. It's about the marriage. It's something about the marriage. It's something about being suspicious of Nigerian men. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just because I heard you a couple of weeks ago talk about you were in Buffalo, New York. So I'm like,
yeah, but 4 months. I wouldn't be worried 4 months. I'd say I wouldn't worry for 3 more months. I wouldn't even think about it for 3 more months. I mean, in the old days and up until recently, naturalization cases took a really long time. So this phenomenon of them going very quickly, I think I wouldn't get too worked up over it just yet. I would wait 2 or 3 more months before I worry.
I only submitted 4 years of tax returns. Do you think it has something to do with tax returns?
No, most people don't submit tax returns with their N400.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think that's it. All right, let us know, Obi.
All right, thank you, Jim.
All right. Sophia is here. Hello, Sophia.
Hi, good afternoon. Could you take me off camera, please?
You're off. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm good. Hi, I'm a permanent resident, and I filed for my husband and my 2 daughters from 2020, but the oldest one was 17 years old when I filed for her. So the case I-130 get approved, but there was a mistake on the form. So I filled out that 182 form from July 22nd, July 28, 2022, right?
Yeah.
And I make an inquiry about the case. They said that they send it to Potomac. They sent me an email about 30 days. 90 days, they should get back to me. So I don't know if they work well with that 90 days. I don't know.
Wait, you're telling me that you have an I-24 that's been pending for over a year?
It's 20 months yesterday, 20 months.
Well, the thing is though, how old are each of these children?
Well, the one that was 17 when I filed the I-130 with my husband, she turned 21 this January, and the other one is 16.
And you filed them as the green card holder, or your husband filed them?
A green card holder.
So, I mean, that's crazy for an I-24 to take that long, but also the priority dates. What are the priority dates for the cases?
The priority date is 11th of September, 2020.
Okay, so let me pull up my visa bulletin real quick. Have you been looking at the visa bulletin?
Yeah, I say that they are at the 22nd. No, the 8th of September, 2020, they are at.
So you're pretty close. Yeah, 8th of September. You're right. Okay. Well, I think I can help you with the I-24. Do you want to email me your receipt notice? I think I know what to do. Where do you live?
I live in New York.
Yeah, I mean, we could sue them for it, but I think there might be another way that we can try. I'm really upset. A24 is all that happens when you file an A24 is it's just getting USCIS to push a button and send the case to the National Visa Center. That's it. So it's ridiculous. So send me an email and we'll try to help. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Bye. All right. Kasim is here. Hello, Kasim.
Hello, sir. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, how you doing?
For everybody. So my question is, sir, I applied for my N400 to receive interview for my naturalization, and I was waiting since March 2021 up to now.
Wow.
And I did 2-3 times. I did inquiry. And the last time, like 3 months ago, I received an inquiry. They say they are going under background check. If there is something, that's automatically pop up when we let you know. If it takes so long, like about 120 days, contact us back. So I wait about 4 months, and then I did inquiry. So today I received an email from USCIS. They mention your cases on hold and other reason. I don't know why. It could be
Did you work with U.S. military?
Yes, sir.
In Iraq?
Afghanistan.
Yeah, so that's it. So they discriminate against guys. I know it sounds crazy. Nobody believes me, but it's true. I've had your case literally 20 times, mostly from Iraq, sometimes from Afghanistan. I just did one. So if I'm in charge of giving out naturalization, I grab every Afghan and Iraqi translator and I run them to the front of the line. That's what I would do if I were in charge. What USCIS does is they put them in the back of the line.
Unfortunately, sir, I stuck over there in 2021, August 15, 2021. During the evacuation, they sent us email. And when I went to close to the airport, there was a bunch of people, like thousand people, and everybody was there. Was like last night of when Afghanistan was collapsing, there was a prison break called Pulicharhi prison. There was like 4,000, 6,000 prisoners. Everybody jumped in the plane. They came to the United States, and I've seen here lots of people. They get their work permit easily. They get their social security easily. But for me, I have been working 15 years with the U.S. Government, and still I didn't receive my.
Terrible. It's terrible. Where will you have your naturalization interview? What city?
Fairfax.
Oh yeah. So send me an email. I know what to do. I can help you get your interview, and I can help.
Thank you very much. And there's one thing. Unfortunately, my father is very sick, and I was behind from my tax return because I was overseas. And I have from U.S. military and U.S. government, Department of State, they wrote me a letter. They said to me, we need Kasim to be in Afghanistan to help us. So I was multiple times out from United States, out and here. And also I have those letters, and I have a lot of supporting documents. And I was behind since Corona started. My father, unfortunately, has bladder cancer. He diagnosed here, and I'm helping him for chemotherapy. So I was behind from my taxes. I did recently my taxes, all my taxes. So
are you on a payment plan?
I'm sorry? Are
you on a payment plan for your taxes?
No, I'm not on the payment plan.
So we got to set that before we sue them. We got to set that up. I will help you with this, Kasim. I know what to do, but we're gonna have to get you on a payment plan. Were any of your trips outside the United States for more than 6 months?
No, any of that.
Okay. One more thing. You got to change that battery on your smoke detector. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right. Send me an email. You know how to get a hold of me?
No, sir. If you text me your email, I send you all the support.
It's right here on the screen. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yes, I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Send me an email, and I'll email you over the weekend. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for helping. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
I don't know if I ever told you guys my Afghanistan story. So right before they closed the U.S. Embassy and everybody fled Afghanistan, remember how crazy it was? Everybody was trying to get out of the country. I had a mandamus lawsuit on file at the time for the spouse of a U.S. citizen. So she had gotten approved. So my man was supposed to have his interview like 5 days after they closed the embassy. So all of his paperwork was in the U.S. Embassy in Kabul. And we were suing, waiting, going back and forth. And on a Thursday afternoon, I get a call from the U.S. attorney. So this is just a regular old marriage-based case. You know, they've waited 4 years to give this Afghan guy his immigrant visa based on marriage. And I get a call from the U.S. attorney, and she says, Jim, what I'm telling you is all unofficial. None of what I'm telling you is official. I will never admit any of this stuff. But she says, there's an outfit. I'm going to give you a number to call. And there's these guys that have a law firm. And this law firm is running secret flights out of Afghanistan for Afghan nationals who should be getting immigrant visas. And you should call these guys and see if they can help get your client's husband on that flight. And he can bring one other person. So I call my client. We get her husband on WhatsApp or some kind of way she had of talking to him. And we say, can you be at this airport? It was an Uzbek plane. And they were running fake flights around. So the Taliban was watching the flight manifest. And so they were running a fake flight from from Kabul to another place in Afghanistan. I don't remember what city, but really they were running to Kabul. They were running these flights like every 6 hours, right? And he was able to get out. And I was up all night that weekend. I was up the whole time talking. I had a liaison. They had a liaison. I was conveying things to the wife who was telling the husband, and then the law firm was telling me stuff to tell him where to go and what to do. It was crazy. It was like a movie. It was one of the most exciting things I've ever had happen as an immigration lawyer. All right. Donna says, oh, Ryan sent us, we have an official bun and cheese. Here it is. All right. Let me download that. Yeah, this is, for all you yardies, this is the original Donna bun and cheese. I don't know. I think the one Hina had looked pretty good too. Let me share my screen and we'll end with this. Present, share screen. This is Donna's bun and cheese. So let's check it out. Spiced bun. Great taste, made with real fruit. So it's like a fruit cake. That was the thing I was trying to remember. With the cheese, looks pretty darn good to me, especially since I'm fasting. Maybe I'll have a bun and cheese maybe tomorrow for iftar. That would be fun. Actually, that'd be really good for sahur, for breakfast in the morning. Maybe I'll get a spiced bun. I'm gonna have to check it out. Let's see. I know where I could get that. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going to the international market. I know exactly where to go to get me a spiced bun and some cheese. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna do this. I'll take a picture for Donna of me with the spiced bun. I'll probably do it maybe on Monday. I'll have it for Monday's show. All right, everybody. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. Like I said, get on the text line if you want to know for tomorrow's show. That'll be episode 568. Text the word show to 314-470-3300. I love Hina's live game idea. I also love Rosia's idea for the Kahoot. I'm going to work on that maybe when I watch some soccer this weekend. Hope you all have a great night. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Happy Ramadan. Be kind to each other. Be nice. I'm glad All In felt comfortable enough to come back, even though we all yelled at him yesterday. So there you go. Big up, Yardies.